we are going to add polynomials. So a polynomial, you know, is the sum and or difference of terms. They usually, a lot of times, if they have a full polynomial, they'll put it in parentheses. So here's one polynomial, which would be 2y squared plus 13y minus 14 plus this other polynomial here. We're going to add those polynomials together. Now, as you know, this is a trinomial, and this is also a trinomial, 3 terms in each. So in order to add polynomials, you have to put the like terms together. So I see here I have a 2y squared. I'm looking for a y squared, variable and power the same. And over here I have a 4y squared. So I'm going to write 2y squared plus 4y squared. Those terms belong together. And 2 plus 4 would be 6y squared. Next, I see I have a 13y. I'm just looking for y to the first power. Over here I have a 3y. So I'd have 13y plus 3y. And 13y plus 3y would be 16y. And of course that's an addition as well. It's a plus. Last but not least, I have a constant. One of those terms we talked about. That's a minus 14 and a minus 24, or a negative 14 and a negative 24. So I go ahead and add those up. Negative 14 and negative 24 is negative 38. Now, when you write your answer, make sure it's in standard form. So I put my like terms together. Standard form means I start with the highest exponent first. So my answer would be 6y squared plus 16y minus 38. You've collected some like terms before. We're just making them a little more complex now, and we're calling them something different, adding polynomials. All right, this one I took up a notch, just a tad. I went ahead and put in a multiplication in front of this polynomial. So first up, I would have to distribute that 6 to every term in the polynomial. So 6 times 11n would be 66n, plus 6 times 8n squared would be 48n squared, and 6 times a negative 2 would be a negative 12. And then I have it plus this one here. So now there isn't any simplifying here. There's no distributive property. So now I'm going to collect my like terms. So here I happen to start with a 66n. I can start with that and see if there's a term over here, which there is. Or if I know I have to go in decreasing order, I'd probably start there. And I see that 48n squared is a little bit bigger. So I'm going to do that one first. So 48n squared. Oh, and here's another n squared, 6n squared. So 48n squared plus 6n squared would be 54n squared. Let's see. Next, 66n and minus n. So 66n minus n, and of course this could be that ghostly Gladys 1. So 66 minus 1 would be 65n. And now, last but not least, I have a negative 12 and a negative 9. So negative 12 and negative 9 are my constants. And negative 12 and negative 9 is negative 21. Now remember to write them in decreasing order. That's the standard form. So it'd be 54n squared plus 65n minus 21. And that's adding polynomials.